It's 64 boy.
Scratch.
Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come address the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh? Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And you already know the vibes. You know what type of time we on. We are back with another exciting show. Now, we got a special guest in the building. Now, when we talk about self-made, getting it out the mud, you know what I'm talking about, doing what they do on their own terms, not answering to nobody, doing it how they want to do it, when they want to do it, describes our guest today. You know what I'm talking about? We got the one. We got the only. We got that boy Big Keezy in the building. Welcome to Address the Culture.
What it do, family? I appreciate you for having me, man.
Man, come on, man. You already know the vibes, man. It is dope to have somebody like you come through the culture, man. Because let's just be honest, man. It ain't no flowers in the game, and it's hard to get to certain heights in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So seeing your grind, seeing your hustle, I think is motivational for the game, and I appreciate you coming through to address the culture.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me, dog. You know, that shit's definitely no facts.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna get your flowers today, fam. You know what I'm talking about? So with all that being said, the first thing I want to know is, how did you get your name?
Shit, man. My official stage name is the Kid. He's an alias that, you know, kind of came along the way as I got to where I'm at today. But shit, man. You still with me?
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, you just get your own screen, because you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? No, you good.
But the Kid K came, bro. Just like was my name, my hysteria, goddamn, was starting to, you know, to build where in my hometown where I'm from. Everybody just originally as K, they just started describing me as the kid, that one kid. It actually was that Kid K at first, because they used to be like, oh, that one kid, that kid who be rapping, etc. And then obviously, you know, as people started to get to know me better and know me as K, I just combined it all together. The Kid K, Big Keezy kind of just came, you know what I'm saying, as I started to, you know, become a big dog.
Yeah, start doing big things. It just fit, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I always say so it came from an organic place, you know what I'm saying? It ain't something you just pulled out the air, you know what I'm talking about? It resonates with who you are and how you moved in the culture.
Yeah. And then, you know, the Keezy shit, my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. So, you know, Wayne Weezy, you know what I'm saying? So I always, when I set out starting to do this music shit, you know, growing up in my crib, having my pictures on the wall, your favorite artist, I always had a lot of Wayne photos. So I set out to, you know, try to compete with that. So, and as it got to, even not with the accolades, I'm still trying to, you know, achieve those accolades. But as it got to a certain point that my fans, my peers, and even myself knowing as far as my lyrical ability, I kind of, you know, came with that Keezy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm improving that. You know, I'm a new rendition of that. You know what I mean?
Talk your shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's
you know,
fact.
you know what I'm saying? I done put the work in, man. You know what I'm saying? I still got a lot more to do. Shit, I'm about damn near going on 20 years at just perfecting my craft. Professionally trying to do music is about shit. Professionally, I would say realistically maybe about 7-8 years, but I've been putting in the track work as far as, you know, the 10,000 hours. I done done that 20 times now.
Yeah. I like that, Keezy. You kind of speak on perfecting your craft. You know what I'm talking about? And that's very important in the culture. You know what I'm saying? That tells me that you're a student of the game, and you always trying to develop a new sound, growth. You know what I'm saying? Create something that's dope. How important to you is that is, and kind of being a student of the game and perfecting what you do on the level that you do it, bro?
I think it's very important, bro. If you don't do that, then it's hard, especially the way the industry is and how it changes, especially nowadays. If you don't study your craft, if you don't know, what you're up against and what you're dealing with, what you're competing against, then you're gonna be drowned out. Especially in an era where new rappers is being created with social media and shit every single day. You know what I mean? That's gonna be the one thing. What I tell artists that reach out to me and want to know how I got to where I am today, and kind of teaching them about the investing in your craft side, as far as not just putting in the work lyrically in your talent, but as far as putting money behind your music to get you heard. I try to tell
Yeah,
them that, it's talent is what's gonna help you maintain once you get there, and the money and the machine behind you is what's gonna help you get through the door. But the talent is
yeah,
what's gonna help you stay in the door once you get there. You don't necessarily need too much talent in today's business to get in the door. But if you do,
yeah,
if you are good at the game, that's what's gonna be once you build an audience and people actually give a fuck about what you're talking about, is what's gonna keep you there and give them something to resonate with you. You know.
yeah,
So
yeah. You dropping jewels, bro, and I like the energy. That's why I wanted to get you on a platform, because you talked about the talent, and let's be clear, you got to have some talent. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, the bar is so low these days. Talent is, you know what I'm talking about. But what you spoke about is that budget. You feel what I'm saying? Now, Young Dog
yeah.
say, you know what I'm saying, take a few 100,000 to
Oh,
crack the
definitely.
code in this game. You know what I'm saying? Now speak about the budget and how important it is, because we know it ain't no handouts in this shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Not at
It's
all,
zero.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to play. That's a fact. So speak
That's a
about
fact.
the budget and how important it is in the culture, bro.
I mean, it's so important, bro. Like, realistically, like you said, a lot of people, a lot of industry execs and the higher ups will tell you it's a fact that it takes at least, at the best side, about 150,000, and on the high end about 250,000 to really break a single and really break an artist. And that's just within, any genre period. So, a lot of people are always wondering how they're gonna get to a certain point to get heard, and they don't understand that it's not that you're not talented. It's that this is a business. It's not just the music. I tell them all the time, it ain't the music talent show, bro. It ain't the music goddamn handout. It's the music business. It is a business. And if you see goddamn big ass companies like Tesla, McDonald's, AT&T, et cetera, still constantly putting money into advertising their brand, what the hell you think you're gonna have to do as a single business, a brand? You're gonna have to put money behind your music, especially when you're competing with people. You're not just competing with the new niggas that's just trying to start doing music. You're competing with Drake. You're competing with Lil Babies. You're competing with Da Baby. And the Baby, I actually had a chance to meet on his way up back at South by Southwest in 2016. We ran into each other and took a pretty iconic picture that I believe that, people have been following my career. They saw that happen live. And even back then, me and him both, we were investing big in our career. How I ran into him was by putting the budget. I was out in Texas, a state I'd never been to, a state I'm not from, building my brand, putting the money into, from the CDs to the merch to
Yeah,
backpack business with my face and my Instagrams on them, to, getting on these shows, these platforms, doing radio, all while being for this one festival. And how I ran into him is because I saw somebody doing the same thing that I was doing. He was coming down South by Southwest, down 6th Street with a float of a baby with a crown of thorns in a diaper, and he was wearing a diaper on his ass. So
wow,
I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, he's putting a lot of money
wow.
way
Right,
before, way before Sure, way before the Interscope deal,
yeah,
all of that. So it's like, yo, bro, and that was 2 years before he actually really got his own budget from the label. But he was
yeah,
dropping big money. I was dropping 40, 50,000. You can only imagine the kind of money that he was putting to
yeah,
also when
yeah,
it comes to
yeah,
hotels, flights, getting your homeboys out there, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
all that costs, bro. It really
yeah,
do.
yeah. That's,
It's not cheap and it's not easy. So any nigga out there that's thinking that it's gonna be cheap or it's gonna be easy, you're gonna have to see that,
yeah,
it's from your whole image, and that you gotta invest in yourself. You got to.
yeah. Yeah. This is not the 80s and the 90s where a magic label just gonna come swoop you up because you can rap. No, them
Nah.
them days are over. If you waiting for Def Jam to come save you, you're gonna be waiting. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, yep. If you want to be one of those people that want to wait on a wishing star
Yeah,
and hope that you're gonna put a song out with no money behind it and just wake up one day and go on your page and you see 10 million streams, and I mean keep trying. I'll be a
yeah,
testimony to tell you that, bro. I done tried that. I know I done dropped songs that can compete with anything, but it ain't had the
yeah,
money to be heard to prove that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The songs
yeah,
that I didn't try nearly as hard, but put money behind them, and just because it's getting that traction, now it's getting exposure, and I'm getting people reaching out to me without having to post. I don't have to go and spam people in their DMs or tweet out 1,000 times, atting people. Listen to my music. Listen to my music. If you promote it right and you put money behind it, people will find it. It may take a little bit and it may take a little experimenting, but it will happen. That's the way that you want it. I feel good seeing people reach out to me saying that they found this song and I love it, and etc. Because I
yeah.
know I put money into doing it. Everything counts.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. That money, like I always say, bro, you got to create that light. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to create that light. You got to put the money where you need to put it to. Now, once you got that light, if the music dope and they like the product, they gonna stay. But you have to
Hell yeah.
create that light. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
And that's
yeah.
what the money and the promotion and everything do. So shouts out to you, man, for dropping them jewels all over the culture. You know what I'm talking about? That's a fact, bro. Um,
A
now,
lot of
now,
niggas
now,
ain't
what?
gonna give niggas that. A lot of niggas
Yeah,
ain't gonna give niggas that because they don't want to give out the sauce. They want to make it seem like they just so popping and and everybody just love me. This just
yeah.
happened for me, bro. That's not the case with nobody, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody.
nah. If that's the case, I got a few wood nickels for you. I got some beans that you can climb and get you a money stalk. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm selling them for 500,000 a piece. You know what I'm talking about? And they're yours. You know, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a fact, bro. I like the energy, man. Now with all that being said, who is Big Keezy?
Shit, man. I'm a lot of things, man. I'm a
Yeah,
lot of things. First and foremost, I like to say, besides just an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm a I'm a son, you know what I mean? I'm a child of God. I've been going through a lot recently in my time of my life. I'm dealing with one of the realest situations of my life. I'm thankful to even be here to be able to speak on this shit. Because
yeah,
I'm fighting a case right now. It's an open case, so I can't really talk too much
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, bro.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fighting
I
for my life
understand.
right now. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my career. But I'm just thankful to be
Mm,
able to be here and give my time, give my love to my music, to my fans, to my family. But I'm a visionary, bro. I'm a poet. Really, I feel like in a way, humbly saying, I feel like I'm a modern day prophet, bro. I feel like I would sit here to
mm,
have a message. God speaks through me and speaks through my music. When I go in there, I don't really have no set idea. I don't even write music anymore. A lot of people say that shit, but genuinely, I write inside my mind. I punch in and I punch out, but everything that
yeah.
I do is flow and it comes out of me like the spirit comes up out of me. So, I feel like I'm a visionary. I'm a revolutionary, bro. I'm a man of God here with a message, and I appreciate every single person that listens. Man.
Brother, I could definitely relate, you know what I'm saying, to the punching in, to the not writing, to the memory, to the feeling like your voice has been sent here for a reason beyond just what you see. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely relate to that, brother. And with you going through your trials and tribs, just you being able to still speak and drop knowledge and even being on this platform, because I know your mind might not even be into it, but you're able to put that to the side for the sake of the culture. And despite what you're going through, bro, can we kind of talk about not no details about your case, but just the mind state of what it takes for you to stay focused in this time where it's so easy to be like, you know what, I'm gonna fade to black for a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
But you're not
Exactly.
on that, bro. So how are you so lined up and able to stay focused in trials and tribulations, dark times?
Um, really one of the biggest things is just being having self-reflection and being looking back on how far I've came. You know what I'm saying? There's a time I'm sitting in, $500,000 house that has my name on it, being able to see things that I dreamed point was I never know if it was going to be a reality to me. Seeing how blessed I am. Seeing things like my daughter, how proud she is of me, and what I'm saying, how she looks at me already. there couldn't be no higher. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that how far I still have to go, wanting to get up in every single day and wanting to keep trying to reach new heights. You know, that's what keeps me going. You know, I struggle with things that people don't even know. You know what I mean? I'm going through depression and shit right now. All this shit right now, I'm having to sign up for, you know, therapy, all types of things with this situation to try to help my situation. Not just that, because, you know what I'm saying, I need it. And it's something that people don't talk about, especially in the Black community, because people feel like they're embarrassed to talk about the shit. You know what I mean? It's tough, especially with, you know, bills constantly coming in, pressure from, you know, the outside and dealing with social media, seeing somebody else. I try not to compare and look at what other people got going on. Like I said, I've been around these artists that are huge artists already, and feeling like trying not to think to myself like, yo, I need to be here or I need to do this, just staying on my own path and my own journey. And just being thankful, bro, being thankful, being grateful. Just that I'm here on land. I know that I'm here for a reason. You know, it gets tough. It's easier said than done. This time, just as recent as yesterday, where I'm like, bro, I'm like, I want to deactivate my page, but I'll be
Yeah.
doing people a disservice that need to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, brother. I definitely see what type of time you on, bro, and I see it, bro. Like you kind of touched on something else that's very important for the culture. When you speak about depression and anxiety and going through these certain emotions, when you feel like the world is on your back, the culture look at it as weak. You know what I'm saying? The culture look at it as, you know what I'm saying? He's soft, you know what I'm saying? And that's really not the case. Mental health is so important, you know, and that's how people get through it when they're able to talk about it, go have therapy sessions, so on and so forth. So
Mm-hmm.
what made it obvious that you needed to talk about this and understand that what you're going through is natural, you know what I'm saying? Because you're speaking from a place of confidence, just even speaking about it, showing me
Exactly.
mentally you on a different page. Because you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you can easily come on here and not say nothing, not even voice it. You feel me? But that's letting me know
Exactly.
you're on a different type of time. So how are you able to understand that that's a part of it and want to voice it for the culture, man? Because that's amazing.
Um, Shit, really, bro. When I found myself in handcuffs for real, bro. When knowing that I didn't leave the house that day to, you know, having any ill will intentions, you know, and you know, seeing my life, you know, having to deal with that, having to talk to I missed my daughter's birthday for the first time ever. She just turned 10. Having to see my mom come down and have to look at her over a screen in a goddamn green jumpsuit. You know,
Yeah,
I had to look myself in the mirror in there when you being on 23-hour lockdown and be like, okay, something bigger than me is going on here. I know
yeah,
I'm not no goddamn bad person. I'm not no criminal, but I'm in here with people that are fighting murder charges, that are fighting
yeah,
the base, trying to beat the needle. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So I feel like God had to show me I'm definitely a visual learner, and I have to like see things sometimes to really believe them. I had signs, you know, and certain things that I was, you know, slipping, you know, with that I was drinking too much and this, that, and the third, and I kind
yeah,
of just put them to the side, like as far as like, man, you know, fuck it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This is or looking at other people and being like, oh, that's what they do and they good. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't died
I can
yet.
do it. Yeah,
His kidney ain't failed yet. Even though I didn't even have physical signs. Times where I woke up and been like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? What's going on?
yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on with me? And I ignored that sign, and God had to give me something to where it's like, bro, like it's either this, you can either be looking at death, hell on earth. Them niggas could have killed me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm dealing with stuff um from that situation with police brutality, you know, a situation
Mm,
where things could have went way different, you know, where I could
mm.
have been dead. I still remember hearing in my head echoing a woman saying, "Don't kill him, please don't kill him, please don't kill him."
Wow.
That woke me up to where it's like, bro, God, you know, it could have went different. It's gone that way for certain people. It's gone that way,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
way less. So, you know, having to know when I was in there and seeing all the other people around me that, you know, asking me about, well, you know, finding out who I am and what I do and all the things that I'm blessed with on the outside, and knowing that seeing in their eyes what they would probably how much they would kill to be in my shoes,
yeah.
and no, I got to take advantage of that, bro. I got to come back out here different. I got to.
Yeah, yeah. it's easy to look across the street and say they grass greener, and you're not
Oh,
even
yeah.
paying attention to yours. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you put the work into your grass, it'll look just as green, man. That's dope, bro. Shouts out to you, man, for being a vessel, being humble, hardworking, and understand that you're here for a bigger purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? That's super dope, bro.
I
Now,
appreciate it, man.
man, no problem, bro. Shouts out to you, man. You talked about moving forward and what you want, going forward. But let's take it back a little bit, man. When
All
we
right.
talk about this dope music and everything that you do, man, when did you first get into music? You know what I'm saying? For one, and for two, when did you know you was good at it enough to pursue to reach the levels that you got to?
I would say I probably first started getting into music shit real young, bro. Probably back around 5, 6. I used to my
Mm.
grandmother was a school teacher and also taught the piano, and she had a piano in her crib. I used to always be attracted to that. And got into you know playing the piano, playing the saxophone in about third grade, being in the school band, being in the school choir, shit like that. And but even before I even got to that point, I was the type of kid, type of baby. I was always beating on the pots and pans in the kitchen while I'm sitting there young, like, you know what I'm saying? So I always
Right.
knew I liked music. I always knew that I had an ear and I was attracted to it, but I probably didn't really get confident to know that I could really pursue it until around my 11th, 12th birthday. My mom bought me about 4 hours of studio time, and I recorded my first demo. Um, and then my 11th birthday she did that. My 12th birthday she bought me some cheap M audio equipment that was enough to it was like a studio to me. It was the greatest present that I ever got. She phoned
Yeah.
out the whole basement shoe closet, took all the shoes out of it, and made it into like a little studio for me. And got
Yeah.
me a computer, and I started recording every single day in there. But shortly after that, she signed me up for this 92Q, which is one of the biggest stations in Baltimore and Maryland, where I'm from. Um, Signed me up for a contest, of a showcase contest with Universal Records was going to be there, and
Wow.
I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie. I came when my mom come up there and say when we walked in there and I seen that saw the A&Rs. I'm like, oh, this shit for real, and saw people in
Yeah.
there. I said to my mom, I said, Mom, we can leave, right? She was like, boy, we ain't leaving. We here now. We here now.
Right. Right.
So I had to go and do it, and shit, niggas won. I won. You know what I'm saying? Me and my rap partner at the time, we won. And from right
Dope.
after, I had A&Rs flying down from New York to Maryland to start discussing a single deal immediately after my first competition. Every single competition
Wow.
I won. And I was actually, went up to the Universal headquarters talking to these niggas about, getting the deal at a young as 12 years old. Shortly right after that
Wow.
time, I got my first song put on the radio on 93.9 WKYS on the Russ Parr Morning Show. Russ Parr is a big radio personality like Ricky Smiley,
Yeah. Yeah.
etc.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually went to high school with his son, and that's how that happened. But right around that time, between 12 and 14, when I was coming in, I didn't even come into school that day when my song came on the radio, and my friends recorded that the principal came on the intercom and played the song on the radio. And I
Wow.
saw the reaction from my friends, and I was going to a football school. I was going to Good Counsel, where I met one of my close friends, Stephon Diggs, who's one of the best players in the NFL right now. My brother, I miss that nigga, love that nigga a lot. You know what I'm saying? He gives me a lot of
Yeah.
our conversations that we had from that time to now. Everything that we said we were going to do, we went out and said do, and we doing it right now. And that's what keeps us separated is we're doing what we always come back. We always come back here together. So between 12 and 14, bro, I knew that I had something there, and I just had to wait on my turn. I thought it was gonna come way earlier than it did, but it's a plan. It's God's plan, ain't my plan.
Earlier, cause you was a kid prodigy, man. What you wanted it at 6? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got
I
it
would have
at
told you I was
12.
really at school, but legitimately around that time when it happened, I was genuinely ready, but I didn't
Yeah,
have all
yeah.
the
Clearly, you won.
numbers,
Yeah,
not mixing and mastering certain things that I had to be like, oh, okay, that's why this didn't happen and go and perfect them. But you know, I knew something was there.
man. Hey, yo, hey, shouts out to Moms though. Mom's the MVP, bro. She
Yeah,
she got you the studio time, and then she put you in the competition, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shouts
yeah,
out to
no cap.
Moms, bro.
He definitely looked out, taking me from working two jobs to coming to take me to football practice in the same night, driving me up to New
Yeah,
Orleans 4 hours, then back down to Maryland for school the next day, for my coming to my football game that same next Friday night.
yo,
Did all those things, bro. I'm
yo,
blessed.
yo, yo. That's the MVP, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's a
Right.
fact. Um, Now when we talk about the music, brother, what's your creative process like? You know what I'm talking about? Like when you get in the studio, like do you need green M&Ms? You know what I'm talking about? Do you need
Yeah, it's clean, man. And especially now since I can't, usually all I really would need is a blunt and the beat, man. But
yeah, talk
can't
about it.
smoke. I can't smoke and do nothing like that. But
Yeah,
so I'm having to readjust into a new mindset, a new clean mindset to get myself back into that rhythm and really dive inside my heart and not just flow out because I'm in a state of mindset that might be easy to come up with some shit because
yeah,
you faded or whatever. But
yeah.
I really just go when I get that feeling. So a lot of times the feeling just comes over me where I'm like, okay, I got something to talk about. And I go and I'm blessed enough that I got a home. I've always had a home studio when I live with mom, and now I got my own room in here
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
got from my studio. I just go and record when I want to. So
yeah.
really, really when that feeling comes over me, I just go and try to find a beat. And I know when I found one immediately because I start rapping to it right away. And once I hear it
Immediately.
come together, I just go, all right, pull that up. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. It's no struggle. Like you go dead in on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And once you get
Yeah,
to a certain point, especially when you don't write, them the only type kind of beats you really want to work on. Like you don't want to
exactly.
have to sit there and think about it. You want to hear that beat and go clean in. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact, man. Yeah. Meek Mill recently talked about that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he's able to do me well. It's the opposite for him with you. Like now he can smoke because he been on, on papers for so long. He couldn't smoke and rap, so it was just sober music. Now he's able to smoke now because he's on papers and it's a different mind state. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
opposite for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
exactly. I'm
yeah,
having to go through that right now. That shit
yeah,
tough.
yeah, yeah. That's dope. If somebody was living under a rock, bruh, and hadn't heard none of your music, how would you describe the music that you create?
I make a lot of pain music, bro. I just like I talk
Mm,
about, I talk about what I know. Like I was talking to some niggas when I was inside of there, and they were asking me kind of a similar question, like, do I talk about this? Do I got any songs like this? And I'm like, bro, I got songs about everything. But I don't like to talk about shit that I haven't done. Everything that I talk about is either living, something that I've been through and made myself got myself up out of, or that I done seen or did. You know what I mean? So I talk about real shit. It's real music. It's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily real street music. Some people would describe some of my shit as street music. You know what I'm saying? I've had my times where I've done my things, but it's really just heartfelt pain music, bro. It's real life music that anybody from your average Joe, your suburban kid, or from your niggas from the low poor class to the rich kids can feel all that. It's something for everybody in it. So, you know, that's how I really describe it, especially going more so nowadays. It's just
yeah.
feel. It's all feeling resonated. It's all pain.
Yeah, yeah, I can dig it, bro. You definitely got a different type of sound, bro. Shouts out to you, man, and you be vulnerable on the track. You don't mind going there. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like,
not up.
yeah, yeah. You're not
I
putting
want
up
my
no facade.
fans to feel like they know me. You know what I'm saying? I want
Yeah,
them to feel like they know me and know that they're not alone. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm not gonna hide none of this shit that I've been through, my heights and my lows, because I
yeah,
want you to know that you're not the only person you out there. When I
yeah.
first started wanting to really listen to music, when I started getting into music, I listened to I used to play the Eminem show on my headphones.
Mm,
And for some reason, a lot of the things that he was talking about, I don't know if I even spoke them into existence or listened to, as far as shit with his baby moms and his daughter, his father, etc. a lot of things I could tell that like, oh, this is how I feel, or this is
You
what.
can relate to it. Yeah.
And since then, I was like, he said something, I think it's on the song, Sing for the Moment. And he said that, to basically talking about, how he does this for the kid that got their pictures on the wall, put idolize their favorite rappers all day long, and
Yeah.
etc. You know, I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do.
That's me.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
so I did that.
Yeah, man. And that's a dope part of being a great artist, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now around this time, I kind of want to dig into your psyche a little bit, brother. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Um, if you could share the stage with any artist, dead or alive, and you know the vibes, what I'm talking about, bro. We talking about arena shit. 80, 90,000, packed to the wall. You tell a DJ to bring the lights down, and you tell the fans to take out their cell phones and light up the building. Superstar shit, chill bump shit. You know what I'm talking about? If you
Mm-hmm.
could do this with any artist, dead or alive, Big Keezy, who you gonna share the stage with?
Probably most likely the first name that popped into my head was Michael Jackson.
Mm,
Michael Jackson. I started, you know, everybody probably was in their mirror dancing, trying to moonwalk and do.
that's a fact.
That was my earliest memories in my pajamas, you know, listening to that, tweet, tweet, tweet. And so probably Michael Jackson, that made me want to start doing music. Uh,
Yeah,
Tupac,
yeah,
um, Michael Jackson, Tupac, Lil Wayne, of course. Um, I gotta throw a couple
yeah.
singles in there, man.
Yeah.
Probably even going through you know, a lot right now himself. Probably I would say either R. Kelly or somebody like, you know,
All right.
um, and
Okay.
probably 50 Cent too also.
Yeah. Hey, I see what type of time you over there, man. That's a nice little gumbo over there, man. You
You
know what I'm
know,
talking about? Yeah. I see the vibes, bro.
most definitely.
Yeah. Now we both know that the internet is a huge part of what we do. You know what I'm saying? I done had
Mm-hmm.
some people say, "Bruh, it's a gift and a curse." I done had people say that the internet is the worst thing that happened to the music industry. Period. But through your viewpoint, how do you feel the internet has impacted the music industry?
It's definitely impacted it both negatively and positively. It's definitely giving you more of a chance to be able to expose yourself to people right away and on a wide audience, especially if you got the budget and if you got people around you that understand how to work the internet. So that's positive. That gives people more of a chance. You don't necessarily need to go and beat down record labels' walls or go and do necessarily open mics like how I did um in front of A&Rs to get noticed. You can kind of get yourself noticed from your home computer, from your phone, if you know how to do it right and you do it consistently. But like we were saying earlier, it affects it negatively because of that and how overly saturated it is. It's easy to get lost in it, comparing yourself to what you see every single day. Like, oh, how is this nigga getting popping? How what is this? What is that? And not focusing on the real objective and just finding your niche and finding your fan base that's gonna like what you do, even if it's 5 people or 500,000 people, 5 million people. Focusing on that and really tending to that. So but at the same time, I would say overall, it's something that's needed. It was inevitable probably to get to that point. So you know, you just gotta know how to work it, man.
Yeah. That's a fact, bro. And you definitely work it. You know what I'm talking about? You you
Every
definitely
day,
know
every
how to.
day.
Yeah. That's a fact,
I'm
bro.
reaching out to people every single day. I got people that now know me out in Africa. I don't know if you've seen the snippet on my page and etc. People that reach out to me, little boys and little girls out there. You know, so that's because of the internet. You know, so I never
Yeah.
been to Africa.
That's a fact, man. You definitely know how to utilize the internet. You know what I'm saying? Tech savvy, as they say, because you reached out to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And you working, and I know at some point it takes you to see something in somebody that says, hey, they working. So let me reach,
Exactly.
because let's be clear, you're a verified artist on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're one of them artists who have really touched the culture on a major scale. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people in your position don't feel like they could need to reach out to people and do
Exactly.
what you do. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows the content of your character, man. What about
Exactly.
you makes you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Just in general.
I'm not Hollywood at all, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
Hollywood at all, and I don't think I'll ever be. You know what I'm saying? I'm already living pretty damn good. I don't money and
yeah,
that kind of not gonna change me. Especially if you somebody I would be somebody that would be pretty well known regardless if I was doing music or not. When I was just playing football, playing basketball, I was known, and I was still that same person. I'm gonna go
yeah,
sit down. I got friends that you would say are in the goddamn science and geek club, and then I got niggas that's in the state prison. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That
yeah,
so I mix in with everybody, and
yeah.
that's what people what draw. I feel like draws people to me. You know what I'm
Absolutely, absolutely. Humble, hard working, bro. That's a fact. Um, if you could go back and give younger you some advice, what would you tell yourself,
saying? Shit, man. Probably stop fucking with these dog hoes. I paying attention when I'm
man?
on and shit like that. Focus on 100% on me. Uh, that's first and foremost for sure. I'm already young, you know what I'm saying? I had my daughter at 17, so
Me too. I had my son at 17.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
So I'm probably say focus on you. You got all the time in the world for that. Especially if you got some money and doing what you do. You know, you're gonna have girls in your face. Um, you know, keep your friends close with your enemies closer. I've seen a lot of friends turn
mm,
to enemies. You know, people that were closest to me that I've worked with, etc. Um, and just stay down, man. Just stay down and wait on your turn. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay on your path. Don't, like I said earlier, don't compare yourself to other people. Everybody, God has a story for you. You might think that this happened for somebody, and oh, well, you know, that might mean, well, what would it be like to be them? Or I wish I was them. I wish this would happen for me, but you don't know what's really going on the inside and what's really going on in their life. Like, people probably see me pop my shit on Instagram all day and go
yeah,
out to Miami and do yacht parties and got bitches all in there, etc. But they don't know at the same time I got a lot of real life shit going on. You know,
yeah,
a lot of real
yeah,
life shit going on. It's not all fun and games. It's not all smiles. I got times where the nigga really hanging his head and really feeling it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I do that for my fans, for anybody that wants to invite them to me. You know what I mean? I gotta
yeah.
be happy that I had the opportunity to do that.
Inspiration, inspiration. You're doing it to inspire, not to gloat. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
know,
And if you're looking at it through the right eyes, you will take it as inspiration. You know what I'm
if
saying?
you are. Exactly. A lot
Yeah,
of people think it is that way. There's a lot of people that don't like me for that, but a lot of people that love me for that, and friends that call me and say, "Yo, keep doing it. Yo,
yeah,
you
yeah,
for."
yeah,
So
yeah. That's dope, bro. If you could change something about the game, Keezy, what would you change, bro?
shit, man. Probably a little mixture of what we were talking about with that social media shit. Like, stop giving certain things certain attention. I don't like
Yeah,
what we glamorize nowadays and what we're talking about. It seems like it's always some negative shit. It's either some goofy or some type of thing of making our women look a certain way or trying to overly feminize men or which
mm,
certain things like that. Whatever you do in your own thing is up to you. But I just don't feel like,
yeah.
especially with your
It should be
platform,
forced. Yeah,
don't be forcing on it. I have no
yeah,
problem with gay people, etc. My,
yeah,
my my sister just married her wife, so
yeah,
that's the anybody listen. I have absolutely no problem with that. But as
yeah,
far as keep trying to force things down people's throat, especially when like we got children, my daughter's on TikTok and all type of things every single day. I just feel like let people find and explore on their own. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And promote promote the positive stuff just as much as you promote the negative stuff.
Yeah,
I don't see enough of that. I see one thing, and shit, man. I would feel also that to pay artists more for what they do. These companies that from these streaming companies like Tune, United Masters, they definitely don't pay what it's worth. All this money and time that we put into our music, we don't get paid nowhere near as much as that. You for
yeah,
4 million streams for you to only get paid $4,000, I feel like it's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big accomplishment you do. You know,
Yeah, the numbers not even matching up. You know what I'm talking
not
about?
even, now
Nah,
maybe
not
$40,000 that would sound more like what you worth. You know what I mean for
yeah,
doing it, but it's part of the
yeah,
game.
yeah, absolutely. Um, When you think back along your life, what was some of the best advice you've ever been given?
Uh, shit. That's advice that I've ever been given. I one piece of advice sticks out to me a lot by giving my DJ Nasty, who's a big DJ renowned in the Miami area when I was living in South Florida. He was one of the first to really give me some honest feedback, and he listened to my music at the time, and he was like, "Bro, you raw. Like you're definitely lyrically talented, like on that level, up there with them." But
Yeah.
he pretty much told me to dumb it down. He said because until you build that audience, it's not gonna be appreciated, bro. It's not. And you put
Mm,
time into that, and for it to not be appreciated, go out and find a song, play into the game. It'd be like if you goddamn playing in basketball and there's no such thing as a free throw shot or a 2 point. It's just straight threes. You gotta adapt. Go shoot threes.
yeah.
Go shoot
Yeah.
threes. Stop go and do these layups and they don't count or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way I best to put it. He basically told me, I'm like, dumb it down. I'm like, bro, I'm giving niggas real gems. Like, I'm really flaming this shit up. Like, nah,
Yeah.
they're gonna catch on to it. And that's what's thinking like we talking about earlier with talent. That's what's gonna get people to wake up. And when I took that advice and I made a song being like, yo, let me go and try and adapt to what I'm hearing, what people are catching on to. It worked. Started
Yeah.
working. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then once you build an audience and then they go to your album, go to your mixtape, and they hear that other fire shit, then they're gonna start more appreciating more like, oh, okay, he knows
Yeah.
what to do and he's a talented artist. He's following the blueprint.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and,
that
and,
was
and it's kind of a cheat code for a dope artist because
oh
like
check.
we work so hard to make it so lyrical and make it this way, and then you find out you dumb it down and they mess with it. Oh, it feel a little easier, like you know what I'm saying? Like okay,
Definitely.
y'all like it on that level. Now let me tee up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Do what I do, and then it takes it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
most definitely, bro. Most
Yeah,
definitely. That shit always stuck out to me because
yeah,
I was really flabbergasted kind of for a second like that. I'm like, you want me to dumb it down? But then I remember listening to Lupe Fiasco. He
yeah,
got a song. He got a song actually called "Dumb It Down," and
yeah,
I ain't really know what he meant by that until now. After I had that conversation, I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about now.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's a fact, man. Shouts out to you for being able to pick up that jewel, you know, because a lot of people get stuck in their ways and be like, hey, yo, I'm going to do me. I ain't trying to hear that, cuz. You know what I'm talking about?
you
Yeah, yeah, but you got to be a student of the game. You know what I'm saying?
gotta be
That's
coachable too.
being, yeah, come on, man. You
Gotta be
got to
coachable.
be coachable. You got to
Mm-hmm.
be, bro. That's a fact, my dude. Um, Now, what would you like to say to all of your supporters? All of the A1s and day one, as they say, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's been in your corner from the very start at 12 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? What message would you like to say to them, brother?
Hey man, I would just say, man, I appreciate every single last one of them, and I love them from the
Yeah,
bottom of my heart, bro. I do this shit for y'all. Like it's
yeah.
to the point where like I'm living and breathing, and everything that I do is ultimately to get to those moments where I get to share my stories with people and see how it affects them, hearing how it touched them. I've had people tell me how I saved their life, make them,
Mm,
not want to kill themselves because of something that they heard me
wow.
in moments. That's what I do it for. That's why I live for it,
Wow.
not for it. And just
That's different.
don't be afraid to follow your dreams. You know what I mean? People have told me to not to stop this or you've been doing this for this long. Why you ain't got this? Why you ain't there?
Yeah,
Or trying
yeah.
to compare you to don't follow or listen to tune out everything, all the naysayers, and just focus on your journey and give everything when you do it. And when you do achieve something, give all praise and thanks and glory to God for bringing that to you. For sure.
Mm. Hey. What else can you say after something like that, bro? You know what I'm talking about? Those was jewels you dropped all over the culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope, bro. I want to thank you for coming through, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me, bro. Anytime,
Man,
anytime.
look at here, man. But before we get up out of here, man, you know what I'm saying? I want you to
Mhm.
tell everybody what you got going on, because I know you got some bullets in the chamber, man. You always over there cooking. What you got going on? Let everybody know where they can find you, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit, bro.
Hey man, it's your boy Big Keezy, man. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram at Big Keezy, on Twitter.com. I am the Kid K, youtube.com/the Kid K, and be looking out for new music, man. I definitely got new music, a lot of new music coming for y'all. Heartbreak Kid 2 definitely on the way. And a lot of other projects that I got. You know, like you said, I got a bunch of heat in the chamber. I'm just moving at the right time. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that Run It Up video featuring Young LA. That shit about to drop any day now. It's actually supposed to be, get rendering right now. So just stay tuned for a lot of dope shit and a lot of dope shit from my artists that's about to be coming out. Definitely making a run and coming for everything that's owed to us, man.
Man, hey, you working, man. Again, bro, I want to thank you for coming through to address the culture. I want you to consider this your home away from home. Anytime you got anything you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, as far as the culture and anything else, because I see you got a different type of mind state. So we can kind of tap into some other stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level with you. You know what I'm saying? So consider this that, bro. Man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, bro. Time is something that we can't get back, so I appreciate you giving me some of yours, bro.
No doubt, fam. No doubt, fam. Stay blessed, man. Holla at me anytime, brother.
You already know the vibes. This is your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
All right, man. Salute, gang.
664 boy.
Scratch.
Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture.